Hello and welcome everyone on this official platform of Legacy IS Academy. So friends, what happens when the world's most powerful military alliance began to crack? Not from the outside, but from within. So with Donald Trump's back in the White House, the unthinkable is unfolding. A growing rift between the United States of America and its NATO allies. So in a stunning turn of events, the US has voted alongside Russia in UN, which left Ukraine out of the crucial peace talks and demanded billions in raw materials as repayment for the aid. Now, the article here is related to how Trump triggers major upset in US-NATO ties. Now, tensions reached at the boiling point when Trump and French President Emmanuel Macron, so when both these leaders, they clashed live during the press conference, which exposed the deep divisions over the support for Ukraine. Is this the beginning of a seismic shift in the global alliances, or the unraveling of NATO itself? So how Donald Trump's return as US president is causing tension within NATO, especially targeting the war between Ukraine and Russia. So the first thing here is that we need to understand US-NATO split at the United Nations. Ji haan, US-NATO split at United Nations. So US surprised its European allies by voting differently at United Nations General Assembly on the resolution condemning Russia's attack on Ukraine. Now, oddly, US ended up voting the same way as Russia, North Korea, Belarus did. Now, that is why NATO Secretary General Mark Rutte has just reaffirmed that NATO's support for Ukraine. So, NATO के Secretary General Mark Rutte ने कहा, talked about NATO support for Ukraine. So this is one of the most important thing. Now there are disagreement at United Nations Security Council also. Now what are the disagreement at UN Security Council? So let me tell you that in United Nations Security Council there was some disagreement among the NATO allies and United States of America. So the US sponsored a resolution calling for an end to the war, but did not directly condemn Russia. This is for the first time in last 3 years. And the key NATO allies like UK, France abstained from voting after their attempt to amend the resolution which was vetoed. Now this is considered as a tensed movement. Getting my point? So this is a kind of tense movement with Europe. Now what is the tense? Now what are those tense movement and what are the reasons for these tense movement with Europe? So let me tell you that at the Munich Security Conference, United States of America Vice President J.D. Vance, as you can see his image here, J.D. Vance gave a speech criticizing European leaders, not Russia, for issues like immigrations and free speech. And he also urged that Europe to take more responsibility for its own defense. That US is not going to come every time to save Europe. So Europe to take more responsibility for its own defense from Russia. And that is why on February 18, 2025, February 18, 2025, when US and Russian officials met in Riyadh to discuss ending the war without inviting Ukraine and European allies. Now, what is the stand of Trump on Ukraine? So, what is the stance of Trump on Ukraine? So, let me tell you that Trump has accused Ukrainian President Zelensky of being a dictator since Ukraine postponed elections due to martial law. That is why Trump called him as a dictator. Clear? Now, so that is why Trump called him as a dictator. And with respect to this, Ukraine's parliament, which is also called as now Ukraine parliament, जिसको याद रखिएगा, this Ukraine parliament, जिसमें सबसे इंपॉर्टेंट चीज ये हुई थी कि जब यूक्रेन के जो ऑफिशियल्स थे एंड यूक्रेन के जो लीडर्स थे, सो यूक्रेन पार्लियामेंट जिसको वर्खोवा राडा भी कहा जाता है, सो यूक्रेन पार्लियामेंट वर्खोवा राडा backed Zelensky, supported Zelensky with 266 MPs voting for him to stay in office, and 12 MPs were absent. So this is one of the most important event. Clear? Now, apart from this, now one more thing which is started, that is Trump versus Macron. That is US President and French President. Ji haan. So during the French President Emmanuel Macron's visit to United States of America, he interrupted Trump at a press conference to correct him. And Trump claimed that Europe was only giving Ukraine loans, but Macron clarified that they had paid 60% of the aid. That they had paid 60% of the aid. Now, for this, I just want to tell you the aid figures, how much aid is given. So as you can see here, according to the US Congressional Research Service, on February 3rd, 2025, US, as you can see here, US has given $66 billion to Ukraine. On the other hand, European Union has given $52 billion and UK has given $10 billion of aid. This is one of the most important data with respect to the aid figures. So here I just want to tell you that Trump, however, has demanded $500 billion worth of critical raw materials from Ukraine as repayment. Clear? And Zelensky says that Ukraine received $67 billion in weapons and $31.5 billion in direct budget support from the US, not as a loan. कि लोन के तौर पर हमें नहीं दिया गया है पैसा, ये कहा है जेलेंस्की ने. नाउ इसी के साथ ही साथ, अपार्ट फ्रॉम दिस, लेट मी टेल यू दैट व्हाट इज द यूएस यूक्रेन डील. What are the provisions, important provisions under US-Ukraine deal? So let me tell you, while the US and Ukraine, they have made a deal over Ukraine's rare earth resources, and it does not include the security guarantee. Remember this thing, this does not include the security guarantee for Ukraine. So that is why Zelensky is set to visit the Washington and to sign the deal with Trump. Getting my point? And with respect to this, there is a diversion between US and NATO statements as well as their policies. NATO, आप सभी को पता होगा what is NATO, what is the background of NATO. NATO, which was formed on 4th April 1949 in Washington DC, and which was started with 12 members, including US, UK and France. And it was started in the background of Cold War to contain the communism in Europe, to contain the spread of communism in Europe, to contain USSR influence at that time. And it grew to 32 members by 2024, with Sweden and Finland joining recently. And some of the countries like Ukraine, Georgia and Bosnia-Herzegovina, they want to join, but they are still waiting. Now, what is the Trump stand on NATO? So let me tell you that Trump has long been skeptical about NATO. In 2018, he accused the members of not spending enough on defense. And in 2019, he claimed to have pushed NATO allies to increase defense spending by $100 billion. And he even considered that US can withdraw from this NATO. So he even considered withdrawing the US from NATO, but he was stopped by then Secretary General Jens Stoltenberg. His name is Jens Stoltenberg. So he stopped Trump from withdrawing from NATO. Now, after that, new US law has been founded to protect this NATO during the time period of Joe Biden. Now, what happened in 2024? So, let me tell you that the US Congress passed a law, Section 1250A of the National Defense Authorization Act, that prevents the president from leaving NATO without Senate approval और एन एक्ट ऑफ कांग्रेस कि बिना सीनेट या कांग्रेस के प्रेसिडेंट नेटो से विड्रॉ नहीं कर सकते. Clear? Now, apart from this, there are certain facts with respect to Russia-Ukraine war. So let me tell you that the war began with the Russia's invasion in 2022 after occupying Crimea in 2014. Now, it is now the largest war in Europe since World War II, with over 1 million deaths and more than 10 million displaced people. Now, the war's future is more uncertain under Trump, as his policies seem to be distance the US from its European allies and shift the focus of negotiations away from Ukraine. So overall, we can see here, as the war in Ukraine drags into its third year, with over 1 million lives lost and millions more displaced, the future of this transatlantic alliance hangs in the balance. Trump's hardline stand from demanding $500 billion in raw materials from Kyiv to snubbing European allies at the UN. This signals a dramatic departure from the unity NATO once championed. So the cracks are no longer subtle, they are on the full display for the world to see. So with Zelensky who visited Washington, and the US Congress now legally blocking a unilateral NATO exit, one question remains: is Trump reshaping the world order or pushing it to the brink of chaos? So the coming months could redefine the global power for years to come. So for this kind of videos, you can share, like and subscribe our channel Legacy IAS Academy. Thank you so much.